Hi there, Nick back again, in a slightly different room this time because it's nice to have some variety. I've got the company of the cat here, so if you hear a little like purring noise in the background, that'll be him, sort of like going all soft, fluffy and cuddly. And of course this is YouTube, so you've got to have a cat once in a while, otherwise it's not really a proper YouTube video. Now, in the past video, I'm just going to show you the cat for a little while longer because let's say, let's be honest, soft, fluffy, pretty cats, they're just like really, really cute, and you love them, and I love them, and who doesn't? You're online, okay? It's either pornography or a soft, fluffy cat, so you're going to get a soft, fluffy cat, okay? Right, now, in the last video I mentioned things which people do in some other cultures in order to try and improve their health, okay? It's not done in our culture, but if you try it, you try it and you try it properly, then essentially you'll find that there's interesting things that will happen inside your body, and you'll have some very interesting experiences as a result of it. Okay, which will lead you hopefully to believe and to think that maybe there's other ways in which you should be looking after yourself in order to try and bring about greater health. That was something called the parasite cleanse, or indeed one of the many interpretations of how it should be done. Really, it's come clear to me that it's worthwhile doing on possibly on a regular basis. But what other things do people do, and why? Now, if you bear with me a second whilst you just like spend time looking at the cute soft fluffy pussycat who's now looking straight at the camera. This is like the ideal situation. Some movie makers say never work with children and animals, but we got an animal here who's like being very compliant and very cool. So you're going to carry on like watching him whilst I prepare the next thing, okay, which is this. Right. It's a bag of brown stuff. Yeah, and the cat's getting playful now. Okay. It's a bag of brown stuff. Now, what is this bag of brown stuff? It's dandelion root. Right, that's dandelion root prepared into a dandelion coffee. Okay, which is actually quite interesting and quite nice. It's a little bitter, a little rough on the system. And if you were to get pure, like, organic, dried dandelion root, which has not been roasted with chicory added to it, my experience shows it does actually work better. Okay. Traditionally, it's used to help improve the health of the liver. What I did the first time I tried to explore dandelion roots, not dandelion coffee, but dandelion roots, was I took 1 tablespoon and I infused that in hot water, let that steep, fresh water from the kettle, let that steep for a total of 10 minutes. I then sweetened it and I then drank it, did that 3 times a day for a week, and man, it really did help my health. Alright, so essentially this thing about using dandelion root to improve your health. I mean, I had swelling in my liver actually, and I used the dandelion root. Swelling went down, massive like unpleasant stuff coming out, when I went to the bathroom. But that's another subject for another day, I suppose. But either way, that was just the stuff that was hanging out in the liver, which needed to come out. So this is like something that, I mean, all these things, which we're led to believe are done by weirdos and kooky people and strange health freaks. Some of them are actually pretty important, so my experience has shown me. Alright, now there's probably other stuff out there which is also useful, but this is dandelion root, so I thought I'd show you this. Maybe I'll do another video of me actually making some stuff up so you can see what it looks like when you drink it. But I know that right now you don't actually want to do anything for your health, you want to look at the cat, because this is why you're on YouTube. Okay, you're on YouTube to go, oh, isn't he sweet, isn't he sweet, isn't he soft and fluffy, rather than necessarily to think about everyone's arguments, everyone's different point of view, and come on, pretty cat, look up at the camera. There we go. Look up. Okay, the camera can look at you then. Yes. Okay. You're much rather happier, just like getting pleasure from the videos rather than necessarily learning. But my point of view in bringing you some recommendation, advice, and suggestions, or points of view, because it is just points of view, because we're on YouTube. We're not like this is not like Oxford University. This is YouTube. That maybe this is something you need to look into as well. Okay, whether this is like possibly trying to help you with a health problem, like I did with my health, or whether it's something like a way of living healthily, and that is to, let's say, once in a while. I mean, the Chinese people, I think it's in Chinese culture, what they would do is to use liver cleansers such as dandelion root in the spring. Now, we're coming up to the spring right now. We're almost there. Lent will be on Wednesday. That's the start of the lengthening days, basically, and it's an old Anglo-Saxon word, I think. So essentially, like, this is an ideal time to do things like, which are healthy. So I'm just like saying, hey, fucking dandelion root, that would be really rather cool. Why don't you give that a go? Okay? And in the meantime, if you don't like what I say, you can always like cuddle up with a soft, fluffy putty cat and just go all soft and fluffy and purry and all that kind of stuff because like, ah, oh, what the hell? Yes, yes, soft fluffy pussy cat. Yes, now you've caught me. Now you've got me a jumper with your claws. Let go, let go. Just, arr, arr. Okay, well that's enough of that for now.